Welcome back to my channel. I know enough to be dangerous farm. My name's Rob, and today's project we have a pellet smoker that is not smoking. It won't even, when you plug it in, the indicator light, the power light doesn't even illuminate. And well, first things first, I appreciate all the comments, and I'm just getting a hang of this thing. So a lot of the comments were I need to do more floating stick perspective. So what I've done here, I've did some research on the Google, and this is what they say to do. And if it's on the internet, it's probably correct. So this is my floating stick, and then you're getting the perspective from the floating stick. Don't worry about that string. I'll take care of that in editing. But anyways, today's video, I'm just kidding. I'm back, but seriously, the pellet smoker does not work, and I got a funny suspicion it had something to do with my block heater. It wasn't on the same circuit, but man, they're right close to each other. So we're going to dig into this. I did a little bit of research. The brand's not really important. I think this brand makes a bunch of affordable smokers for some of the box stores, and that's where we got it. It's about 2.5 years old. It's been great. It's a little finicky, but you gotta keep it clean, which is not a bad thing, I guess, to be efficient. And it doesn't really matter what pellets you use, what name brand pellets you use. It does a good job. It struggles on a cold, windy day, but I think they all do. So, but I went to use this the other day, and there's no juice. And I've double checked that my outlet has juice, but it happened. I tried it a couple days after my tractor block heater fried itself. So I don't know. It just seems like when stuff breaks, it's normally not a coincidence that something breaks at the same time, and it's not related. Just like when you work on an old truck. So we're going to dig into this. We're going to take out the motherboard, I guess it's called, the control board, the only electronics on it. The other thing bad about these pellet smokers, they are easy. You just set it and forget it, but there is some electronics to it. And I had trouble with my pellet stove, I guess, for heat too, that the motherboard was very finicky and throwing codes and all that stuff. But I had no problems with this thing for 3 years, and then 2 days after the block heater short circuits, this won't work. So I think they're related. Let's dig in. So I got my kneeling pad here because I do, and it looks like it's just being held on here by 4 bolts. Make sure you unplug it, but this is just for entertainment purposes. I'm not sure if I want to order a new board for this because this whole thing was like $400. I'm guessing a new board is going to be probably 2, because when I try to fix my pellet stove down in the office down at the tree farm, the motherboard was almost as much as buying the whole thing. So we're going to dig into this. I did some research, and supposedly there is a fuse behind here. So we're gonna take a look at that, make sure. But it also has a quick connect cord on the bottom of it. Just make sure that's plugged in all the way. And this is not kept outside. And 4 hours of runtime, I don't think it has. I don't know. I guess I use it quite a bit, 3.5 years, but they should last longer than that, is what I'm saying. So let's open this thing up. And what's the worst that's gonna happen? We have it unplugged. It doesn't work anyways. So I don't know. Let's see what's inside this thing. Maybe it's a mouse nest. I don't know. That would explain a lot. 4 little teeny tiny screws. Do the play-by-play here. Okay, the big reveal. Oops. They also said make sure all the connections are connected. because this thing does roll in and out of the garage. Something might have been loose. Everything looks all okay here. Where's this fuse they talk about? First glance, I do not see like a regular fuse that you're used to. There is something zip tied on this thing, but everything looks like it's soldered in there. Nothing looks like it pulls out, except for this thing. I mean, so I'm going to take this board off, but like I always say, take a picture of it. Take a picture of it, or, you know, label where everything goes. Zip ties, color zip ties or something. There's 3 wires that have a couple different possibilities, and this one big connector does, you know, it's the only place it can go. So they're all quick connects, so that tells me that this is made to be replaced, I guess. I don't know if the orientation, there's 2 together, not sure if the orientation is relevant. Oh. Good grief. I guess I can look at it from here. There is a thing right here. Let me get you in here. This is what the inside looks like. I said make sure all these connections are good, which I did. A little bit of stuff in there. But if you look at the back of this motherboard, right where that little zip tie is, right there, that says fuse. So that says fuse. Let's cut that little zip tie and see if that is blown, but because I cannot, well, I can't really tell. Well, let's cut that zip tie and see what happens. Alright, so now we're back. We're gonna look at that zip tie. I don't know how we get a zip tie back on there, but here's the fuse, and the fuse is, I can't tell. Unfortunately, it looks like it's intact. See, it's one of these little guys. Man, it is hard to, this one doesn't look cloudy or burn or anything or melted. It looks like it's intact, but not much to them, so maybe we'll try. It's a 521 something something. See what we can find down in the barn. So I'm back. I looked to see if I had another fuse, and I think I have something that might work. We plugged it back in. Still nothing with the old fuse. So maybe I'm gonna get the meter on here. Get the old multimeter on here. I like this one because it kind of dumbs it down. You just turn it on and it goes to whatever you're doing. You know, the ohms or amps or DC or AC. Just turn it on. It goes right to it. Unless the batteries are dead. There we go. See, it says auto. Goes to auto, and you can do continuity. You know, you don't have to do any dials or anything. So I'll put that up there so I could see it. And then as far as continuity test, it passes that. than just putting on either side of that fuse. So the fuse is not the problem. And there's no reset. No reset on this motherboard. Unfortunately, it's not an easy fix. Alright, so I'm going to put this back together just for the sake of it not looking like Sanford & Sons around here. I tested that fuse. It didn't look like it was blown, and I put a continuity tester on it and it was not blown, so I think what we have here is a bad motherboard. Unfortunately, I thought I just could do that, place that fuse in there, and we'll be good to go. But the continuity test told us otherwise, but I still think it had something to do with when that block heater shorted out. Maybe they are on the same circuits. I didn't wire this garage. And maybe there was a surge, power surge that fried this motherboard when it was cooking the tractor block heater. But I do recommend this. This is really a neat little unit, and this little tester, and you can remove fuses like this too. But this all came together. That was kind of handy too. But definitely get one of these, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully we have some better luck next time with what we're doing. Thanks for joining me. Take care.